Today's topic is about transcription. So already we have seen that DNA replication, which is like printing a new copy of a book. This replication process occurs only at the time of the cell division, while transcription is taking place all the time inside the cell. Only required or important area of the DNA are copied. Selected region on the sense strand, and these selected region are called as a gene of the cell. This is like taking Xerox copy of a particular page or important part of the textbook. So here comparison of replication and transcription with the textbook is given. But the central dogma of molecular biology that you have to understand. So simple that DNA to RNA formation, that is called a transcription. Whatever this RNA is synthesized, that is inside the nucleus, that will go outside of the nucleus in the cytoplasm. Now inside the cytoplasm, this mRNA is very helpful to form a new protein, and that process is considered a translation. So simple that DNA to RNA formation and RNA to protein formation, that process is called as a central dogma of molecular biology. Now this mRNA base sequence is complementary to that of the template strand and identical to that of the coding strand, and that coding strand another name is given, that is anti-template strand. So first we will look at how exactly this base sequence is generated. So here two strand of the DNA is explained, that is going 5' to 3' and opposite 3' to 5' direction. Over that mRNA is synthesized, so that is mRNA transcript. So here you can see that mRNA is also synthesized in a 5' to 3' direction, similar to the DNA replication. Now this mRNA is synthesized over which strand of the DNA? That strand of DNA that is considered a template strand of the DNA. So here base sequence are complementary to that of the template strand. Simple initial three bases CAG over the template strand. So opposite over the mRNA, that is GUC, that is complementary. Now opposite to that template strand over the DNA, that is called a coding strand. Now this coding strand also another name is given, that already we have seen coding strand, that is also called as a anti-template strand. So this coding strand, that is anti-template strand, and this coding strand is also given another name, that is sense strand. Why that sense strand? Because simple CTG, that is initial 3, that is similar as a mRNA over the GUC. Only difference is that over the coding strand T will be present, while over the mRNA there is a uracil will be present. This template strand is also given another name, that is antisense or non-coding strand. So these all different name over the different strand of the DNA that you have to remember. Further in detail, that DNA molecule is shown over here. So you are already knowing that this new mRNA formation, that is also in a direction of 5' to 3', but this gene may be on any strand of the DNA. So reading over the DNA, that is in a direction of 3' to 5', but mRNA formation, that is in a direction of 5' to 3'. So that mRNA is synthesized in 5' to 3' direction. So transcription is in a 3' to 5' direction of the template strand. Means reading of the DNA, that is in a direction of 3' to 5', and formation, that is in a 5' to 3' direction. Now in detail of this transcription process. So first what happened? Over the DNA, particular enzyme, that is RNA polymerase attach, then that initiation will be there. After initiation, elongation of this transcription will be there, and lastly termination of the transcription is there. So once the transcription is over, that RNA polymerase and mRNA which is synthesized, that both will be separated. So exact sequence for this transcription: initiation, elongation and termination. So first find where to start. So promoter sequence on the DNA that RNA polymerase will recognize. So identification from where to start this transcription. Then DNA gets set. So DNA strand must be temporarily unwound. Because they are spirally attached to each other, so they are need to be temporarily unwound. So RNA polymerase can read the DNA molecule. So copy the DNA to RNA. So RNA polymerase read the DNA and synthesize a new molecule of the RNA. Know when to stop. Suppose that initiation is there, elongation is there, but it is needed where to stop. So RNA polymerase comes to termination site, and here that also particular sequence present over the DNA. Once that termination is there, goodbye means RNA separates from the RNA polymerase, and that RNA, that is called as a heteronuclear or newly synthesized RNA molecule. One further this, whatever RNA is synthesized, that will be modified. So some RNA may undergo post-transcriptional modification, and that is called a modification of the RNA. So that is total sequence of the transcription process. Now for this transcription, what are the RNA polymerase inside the eukaryotics or inside the mammalian, that is called as the DNA dependent RNA polymerase, because for the activity they are depend on the DNA and forming RNA molecule. Molecular weight of this RNA polymerase, that is around 500 to 600 kilodalton. Now these RNA polymerase are of a three type: RNA polymerase 1, 2, 3, or A, B and C. So first, RNA polymerase type 2, or it is also called a B, synthesizing mRNA. It is also inhibited by the amanitin, that is mushroom toxin. Now this RNA polymerase B is also helpful for the formation of snRNA and microRNA. This RNA polymerase is basically containing 2 large and 12 small subunits. This RNA polymerase activated with the help of phosphorylation. So that is about the RNA polymerase type 2 or B. Further, RNA polymerase type 1 or A helping for the synthesis of the rRNA molecule. This RNA polymerase A not inhibited by the amanitin. Further, RNA polymerase type 3 or C, which is helpful for the production of the tRNA. Now, this RNA polymerase C is insensitive to the amanitin. Simple, you have to remember type 1, 2 and 3. 1 for the rRNA, 2 for the mRNA and 3 for the tRNA molecule formation. Further, somewhat difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic, or simply in a bacterial RNA polymerase. So here a structure of bacterial RNA polymerase is given, which is containing 2 alpha, 2 beta, 1 omega and sigma subunits. Now over that bacterial RNA polymerase, further 2 zinc molecule are also present. This beta unit fixes at the initiation site of the transcription. But before that, sigma factor that will recognize the promoter site and increase the affinity of enzyme to the promoter site. So both the factor beta and sigma are most important for the activity of this RNA polymerase. So once that enzyme is attached, DNA double helix will be unwound partially for the transcription process. So here same as a replication bubble, there is a transcription bubble is also generated. So temporarily that is unwounded. This transcription bubble that is containing RNA polymerase enzyme, mRNA molecule as well as DNA strand. Further, this RNA polymerase attached to the DNA molecule. Once it is attachment, then initiation will be there. But before initiation, particular sequence need to be identified. So it is not randomly initiate anywhere, but there is a particular signals for initiation are there. And these signals for initiation are different in a prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So this signal for initiation, that is also called a promoter site. So promoter site for the prokaryotic, that is called a Tata box, while this Tata box have a particular sequence, that is TATAAT at -10 position. So what is that -10? That we will look later on. So Goldberg-Haugnes box in the mammals. So that is particular difference between signal for initiation. You have to remember, in the prokaryotic there is a Tata box, while for the mammals there is a Goldberg-Haugnes box. For the Tata box in prokaryotic, you have to remember sequence TATAAT at -10. Now signal for initiation or promoter site for the transcription, Tata box in the prokaryotics. So here particular a structure of DNA is given. There is a various number like +1, -1, -5, -10, -15 is given. So first you have to look start of transcription, from where start of transcription, that is given a particular +1 sign, and above that over the DNA strand, that is called a -5, -10, -15. Now here it is important, you have to understand where Tata box is exactly located. So where transcription is started, that is called a +1 sign, and above that -10 position, that is called the Pribnov box. Now over this Pribnov box, there is a TATAAT sequence is present in the prokaryotic. Further in detail, over the -35 sequence, there is a particular sequence like TTGACA. So these two are particular consider the promoter site for the starting of transcription in the prokaryotic. Now, it is somewhat more complex in the mammalian, but before that you have to understand that Tata box is on the anti-template strand. You have to remember that mRNA is synthesized over the template strand, but this promoter site that is present over the anti-template strand. Further in detail, for the eukaryotics, that is initiators signal of initiation or the promoter site, that is called a Goldberg-Hugeness box in the eukaryotics. So here already we have seen that start of transcription, that is considered +1 site. Now above that, over the -20 to -30 base pair, there is a particular signal that is called a Hugeness box, and here sequence that is TATA-AA. Previously in prokaryote there is a AT, here there is a TATA-AA, and that is called Hugeness box for the eukaryotic, that is generally in between -20 to -30 site. Now above, further upside, -70 position, further one particular box is present that is called a CART box, and this name is given because of that particular CAAT sequence over that -70 position. So that is combinedly these two Goldberg-Hugeness box is called in the eukaryotics. So this CART box and Hugeness box is very important for the starting of transcription in the eukaryotic cell. So enhancer increase while silencer decrease the rate of transcription. Other regulatory molecule like hormone response elements, inducer, repressor also affect the transcription process. Now this transcription initiation in the E. coli, so or in the prokaryotics. So first DNA is partially unwinded, then RNA polymerase bind at the promoter site on the DNA with the help of particular sigma factor, and this combinedly making a pre-initiation complex. Now, at appropriate site, first nucleotide of mRNA attached to the beta subunit of the RNA polymerase. So already we have discussed that sigma factor is first to attach, then beta, that is for the initiation. Now, that becomes the 5' end of the mRNA. So it is synthesized mRNA that is starting from the 5' and that go in a direction of 5' to 3'. So mostly that is according to the complementary base sequence. And generally it is noticed that purine as a first unit for this mRNA formation in the E. coli. So here that binding of the sigma unit, then it will identify promoter site, then initiation. When it is initiation, sigma will be removed and beta subunit of RNA polymerase is very helpful and starting of the transcription. Further, this RNA polymerase enzyme is exactly how it is working. So next nucleotide attached to the RNA polymerase and phosphodiester bond is formed, similar as a DNA replication. But that's G to U, that is according to the complementary. C to G, A to instead of T, there is a uracil will attach for the RNA formation. After 10 to 20 nucleotides formation, RNA polymerase undergo the conformational changes and moves away from the promoter site. And that moving away from the promoter site, that is called a promoter clearance process. So that process that also you have to remember for the transcription. Now sigma factor now release and gene is fully transcripted. So that is about the initiation and elongation of the particular transcription. While in the mammalian system, in eukaryotics, the situation is more complex. There is at least 7 transcription factor collectively called as a transcription factor 2. So it is not simple as a prokaryotic. First, same as a prokaryotic, Tata box is recognized, but here TBP, that is Tata binding protein, is present. So instead of the sigma factor, SL1 factor ensure that RNA polymerase could locate the start point of the transcription. So first the Tata box that is identified. So the Tata binding protein complement to the transcription factor 2D binds to the Tata box of the promoter. So first that is 2D, transcription factor 2D. Then transcription factor 2A and 2B that will attach over the Tata sequence of the DNA. Further, transcription factor 2F binds to the RNA polymerase 2 and escorts it to the complex. So that complex formation is there. Further, transcription factor 2E and 2H are sequentially recruited, thereby completing the pre-initiation complex formation. So different 7 transcription factor are needed and all collectively called the transcription factor 2. So different like transcription factor to D, then to A, to B, then different to E and to H, all are needed for the mammalian transcription system. Further, in human, around 10 raised to 5 means about 1 lakh transcription initiation sites are available. Tata box binds at the Tata box binds at the with the help of Tata binding protein. This protein has many subunits. So other protein known as a general transcription factor, or in general short form, that is GTFS. Now, elongation of transcription for the mammalian. So first, as the RNA moves on the DNA template, new nucleotides are incorporated in the nascent mRNA as per the base pairing rule. Thus here also A to U, C to G, G to C and T to A base sequence are maintained. So DNA helix unwinds downstream and winds at the upstream area. Simple, when there is an unwinding of the DNA, there is a supercoiling will be generated, and this supercoiling need to be released. So before that, mRNA is synthesized in a 5' to 3' direction, that already we have seen that. Similar to the replication, RNA polymerase has the unwinding property. Previously in the replication there is a helicase enzyme is there. Here that RNA polymerase itself have a ability, but here topoisomerase also help in the unwinding process or relieving of the supercoiling during this transcription process. A transcription bubble containing RNA polymerase, DNA and nascent RNA molecule. So previously in the replication bubble, here there is a transcription bubble. RNA polymerase has no proofreading as a replication. So mistake rate is higher than the replication, but it is less dangerous as these are not transmitted to the daughter cell. So if there is a mistake in replication, that can lead to the so many problem. But transcription, temporary protein formation will be affected, but it is not creating dangerous to the next cell. Now, termination of transcription means last phase of the transcription. So elongation is completed, then particular sequence is there and sometime protein is present. So rho factor that is identified the stop signal. So RNA polymerase will further not able to work or helping in a RNA formation. So once it is terminated, RNA polymerase and rho factor will be released, as well as RNA which is newly synthesized, that is also released from the DNA molecule. So in detail, we will look termination of transcription. So in E. coli, many gene transcription termination sequence have this particular 80 base pair series of 4 to 10 consecutive base pair with the A's means adenosine on template strand, and termination in or just past this sequence. So near that particular sequence, termination is occurring. G plus C rich region with a palindromic sequence immediately before the series of A to T is also observed. So here that particular sequence like CG rich region and particular A over the template strand and T over the anti-template strand, that is observed for the termination of transcription in E. coli. So that is explained about that A to T rich region and GC rich region palindromic for over the E. coli DNA. Now, row dependent termination. So this requires the participation of protein that is called a row factor, which is a hexameric with the ATPase activity. So it binds a C-rich row recognition site near the 3' end of the nascent RNA. So RNA is synthesized in a 5' to 3' direction. Over that new 3' site, particular row which is C-rich row recognition site, that will attach. So activity of row separates the RNA DNA hybrid helix. So whatever this RNA DNA that is attached, and that will be separated, causing the release of the RNA molecule. So sometime instead of that row, there is a row independent termination is also observed. So in human, termination signals exist 1000 to 2000 bases downstream from the coding sequence. So it is not just similar or in a sequence of that mRNA transcription, but it may be far away from the transcription site. So that you have to remember, that is sometime row independent termination is also occurring in the mammals. So once that termination, that mRNA as well as RNA polymerase both will be separated. mRNA will go in the cytoplasm for the protein formation, and there is a winding of DNA molecule will be there. So that is all about the initiation, elongation and termination of the transcription. So that you have to remember total process of transcription, how mRNA is synthesized with the help of RNA polymerase over the DNA. Now that same sequence is occurring for all RNA, means mRNA, rRNA or tRNA formation. You have to remember that three different RNA polymerase A, B, C and 1, 2, 3 for this mRNA, rRNA and tRNA. So that's all about the transcription.